you seen Ruth?
Yeah.
How did you see?
Not very happy. She's wearing her blue glasses.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, right. You've got to be cruel.
Absolutely. You know, this could be your big chance, Alan.
What? Oh, no. You're not getting me involved.
Alan, Ruth's a wonderful woman.
Is she?
A wonderful woman, and she's lonely.
Well, she's so wonderful. Why is she lonely?
Because you don't appreciate her.
You mean you don't appreciate her?
I'm not good enough for her.
You've never said that before.
I think you need each other. This could be your big chance. After all, she's a great believer in charity, always prepared to help a worthy cause, to aid the deprived. And there's no one more deprived than you, Alan.
Now, wait a minute.
After all, you've got something special, Alan.
What's that?
Your innocence.
Oh, well, I'll hang on to it for a moment if you don't mind.
Alan, you can't carry on like this. You'll pop your cork. Why don't you go to her?
What, like this?
Why not? Think about it. You won't have to tell all those lies anymore. They will be the truth.
I suppose she gets angry.
She won't. After all, it's a compliment.
Is it?
You're going there to make a humble offering.
I suppose she tells me what to do with my humble offering.
She won't. But of course, if you really are afraid of women...
I'm not afraid.
Just a little immature?
We'll see about that.
Jones?
Mr. Rigsby, what are you doing here at this time of night?
I had to see you, Miss Jones.
Surely, it could have waited until the morning.
No, I've waited too long already, Miss Jones. Time is running out for me.
I don't think I quite understand, Mr. Rigsby.
This is my September song, Miss Jones.
You're not going to sing, Mr. Rigsby. Not at this time of night.
Miss Jones, I've been meaning to tell you this for a very long time. I find you're a very attractive, desirable woman.
Oh, Mr. Rigsby, surely this isn't the time.
Yes, of course, I've always known there was someone else. But now he's given you the elbow, it's just you and me. He could never... What's that? He could never appreciate you the way I do, Miss Jones. You're like a finely tuned upright.
I beg your pardon?
You need a very light touch.
Do I, Mr. Rigsby? What would people think?
Oh, only swacky malipons, Miss Jones.
I beg your pardon?
You must know how I feel. I've always admired you.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Rigsby.
Respondez, s'il vous plaît.
Mr. Rigsby!
Dieu est mon...
Mr. Rigsby!
Miss Jones, why should we live alone? Say you'll come down to the ground floor. Oh, here it is again.
Please, let me get my breath, Mr. Rigsby. This is so unexpected. Don't think it's not appreciated. You've paid me the finest compliment a man can pay a woman. A proposal of marriage.
You what?
You are asking me to marry you?
Not exactly, Miss Jones, no.
What do you mean, not exactly?
Well, there does happen to be a slight drawback where marriage is concerned. I do happen to be married already.
Mr. Rigsby, and I thought you were different. You come up here with talk of finely tuned uprights, and all the time you're planning an adulterous liaison with me. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, Miss Jones, marriage is an outmoded concept. We live in the Permissive Society, Miss
Not
Jones.
in this room, we don't.
You don't understand. You see... Miss Jones, there's someone in your wardrobe.
I keep a man in there, or didn't you know? Perhaps you'd like to see him.
Where do you think you're going?
So it's going to go out?
Gonna go out? You can't go out. The sun's up. You should still be resting in your coffin, you bloody vampire. Right.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm moving the furniture. Give myself plenty of room.
What for?
What for? To swing you round in.
Now, wait a minute, Rigsby. About last night?
Yes, what about last night? What can you possibly say?
Evil is in that eye of the beholder.
Not last night it wasn't. I wasn't the one in the wardrobe. Miss Jones didn't know where to look. I've always suspected you. I think it's your narrow forehead. Well, look, you're not going to trifle with Miss Jones's feelings anymore.
I haven't trifled with Miss Jones's feelings.
Well, what were you doing in her wardrobe?
Well, I don't know. I went in there on an impulse.
Oh, what?
Well, look, I haven't trifled with Miss Jones's feelings. I haven't trifled with anybody's feelings.
What you mean there's never been any coloured lights? No sea crashing up against the rocks?
Never.
You're a member of the Permissive Society. You're supposed to know where the erogenous regions are.
Well, I know where the Himalayas are, but I've never been up them.
You've got a very vivid imagination, that's all I can say.
Well, I have to have, don't I? I mean, I'll never be Bachelor of the Month if I tell him the truth. That's why I put it round that I like my birds with little mouths and long and leggy, and that I take them out to Greek restaurants and wine and dine and then whip them back here to a few records and a bit of Algy Father. Oh, hello, Mr. Cooper.
I've been looking for you.
Have you?
Yes. In fact, we've all been looking for you. You're a very difficult man to find. Sandra is very upset.
Is she?
Yeah, she's got this idea in her head that you two are engaged.
Oh, well, yes, we did have a bit of an understanding.
No. She's got the understanding. I want to know what you had.
I don't understand.
Don't you? You come to my house, you eat your way through the deep freeze, you damage my hedge, and then you calmly walk off, leaving Sandra in tears. I want to know what you're going to do about it.
Oh, well, I think there must have been a bit of a misunderstanding.
No. There's been no misunderstanding. I've got one of your letters here, written in green ink. I can't wait to see you, mon chéri. Your body is like a highly tuned piano. What music we will make together. Meet me tonight by the hedge. Do not fail me, as I am burning with desire. Au revoir, mon petit. P.S. Make sure old Misery Guts out of the way.
Misery Guts, very good.
I suppose you think that is funny. I would have expected more concern from his father. I should have known better. You both got that same depraved expression. I've only got to look at you to see where he gets it from. You're one of these people responsible for all this permissiveness, aren't you? You know, I realise that Sandra has had a very narrow escape. Fancy having you for a father-in-law.
Just a minute, I'm not his father. And he's quite right, you shouldn't have read his letter. You people are all the same. You go rabbiting on about the Permissive Society. Have you seen it? No, it doesn't exist. It's all in the mind. It doesn't exist. I should know. I've looked for it. So don't you coming in here telling us how things have altered, because they haven't. So you take your nasty little thoughts and get out of it. Go on. Before you get on your party, go on. Get out of it. My word.
That was very good, Rigsby. You really told him off.
Yeah, you see. It's the same in wartime. Once the chips are down, whoa.
Really grateful, Rigsby. I mean, I couldn't have done it
It's
without
all
you.
right, Alan, any time.
Hey, look, there he goes.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, get out of it!
Well, his tail between his legs.
He's going to his car.
Yes, you're getting in.
Yeah, there's two other fellas getting out.
Hey, God, they're big buggers, aren't they? Look at the shoes of that one on the left.
Hey, I tell you what, Rigsby. They're Sandra's brothers.
They're coming up!